A gay dad
there we go.
has his kids appear on his TikTok where they talk about him giving them cock rings
What?
As bracelets and taking them to drag shows.
Wait, stop. Can you just... I need to... Can you say that again, please? I need to...
Gay dad has his kids appear in his TikTok where they talk about him giving them cock rings as bracelets and taking them to drag shows.
They talk about giving him cock rings.
About him giving them cock rings as a bracelet.
Oh, he's giving his daughter cock ring. I mean, either way, it's fucked up.
His kids cock rings as bracelets and taking them to drag shows.
All right, we'll get to the drag shows in a bit. There's two big problems here.
I was gonna. Do you want to see the video first?
No, not. I just.
For
is
context.
cock rings like slang for something, or are you literally talking about a sex toy?
Yes, a sex toy.
Well, I mean, this guy needs to go on an FBI watch list.
He didn't know.
What do you mean he didn't know?
That's what I'm saying. Watch the video first and then give your opinion. Because you might cuss him out and then you might have a different opinion after you've watched it. You might have the same opinion, but you just say it after you've watched it, just for context.
Didn't fucking know. Are you dumb, bro? Are you...
We have a gay dad. Of course we have disco balls and rainbows all over the house. Why can't just rainbows be for kids?
Because while I was fighting for the rainbow, all you were doing is just drawing it while you had drool all over your face. Looking like drunk little toddlers.
We have a gay dad. Of course he got us a dog to match our home. We have a gay dad. Of course he has more facial products than Sephora.
All this leads to is a 30th high school reunion to take all the attention away from all of those bullies that made fun of me who now look 60.
We have a gay dad. Of course he has a closet full of wigs and weird outfits.
It didn't stop you guys from having fun.
We have a gay dad. Remember the time he grounded me for 2 weeks just because I didn't know the difference between fuchsia and magenta?
You're lucky it wasn't a month.
We have a gay dad. Of course when we were 4, he told us that our queen was Janet. I thought it was Beyonce.
What? He told me it was Pink. We have a gay dad. Of course he can't throw a ball to save his life.
Hashtag Travis Kelce.
We have a gay dad. Of course he makes us be quiet during the Super Bowl commercials.
Except for this year, Travis Kelce.
We have a gay dad. Of course he drinks iced coffee in the middle of January.
It's the sip of the straw facial expressions after you or somebody else spilled the tea, even in January.
We have a gay dad. Of course he brought us to RuPaul's Drag Con. It was fun though, but remember when he bought us bracelets and we found out they weren't actually bracelets?
To be fair, I didn't know either.
Wait, actually?
Am I the only one checking the comments to see what the bracelets really are? Those go around your ding-a-ling. Cock rings. Well, they were the right size for their little wrists. Can we say malfunctional? I ain't got my glasses on. Multifunctional. See, can't see. Excuse me. A ring the size of a child's wrist. Damn. Oh my God. How did they realize what they were actually wearing? So everyone was talking about it in the comments. Right, so somebody put, what were the bracelets then? And he replied back to the comment and said, well, how can I say this? They were special rings. I thought they were colourful and cute. I didn't know. But his face kind of seemed almost as if he did know. But if you've taken them to a drag show, surely you'd know that that's not a bracelet and it more than likely is something of a sexual nature. Go on. Now you can go for it.
All right, let me clarify something. I don't have a problem with a gay man raising a child.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of bad straight parents, so it would be unfair for me to say just because you're gay, you can't raise a child. So I don't believe that before anyone starts. Get that out of the way first. But the video, first of all, the kids were put up to it. He told them what to say, then he recorded it for TikTok. Thought it was cringy, it was ridiculous, but whatever. The video, I was like, this is a dumb video, but whatever. Then it got to the drag part, and I was like, okay, now we have a problem. Drag shows are inherently sexual. Children shouldn't be near them. So you lost me when you took your kids to a drag show. Now, I don't give a shit who disagrees with me, who wants to redefine what they are. We've all seen drag queens before. Just to clarify, for the idiots in the back, I do not have an issue with drag queens, just like I don't really have an issue with people that want to work in the sex industry. in certain contexts, in certain discussions, I'll take issue with certain things. In this instance, drag queens and their shows are inherently sexual. If you don't believe me, go to one or look it up online. It's not hard to find the evidence. Taking children there means you're an irresponsible parent. Don't care about how you identify. Don't care about who you take to bed. The children shouldn't be exposed to that. Secondly, buying rings at a drag show. How did you not put two and two together? Even if they weren't cock rings, you would have known there was something sexual. Thirdly, you told the children. You went and told the children because you recorded a video about it. Why were you having that conversation with the children? See, just again to reiterate, I don't have a problem with gay people raising children. They're human beings as well. They're not. Some people have issues with it, but I have issues with a lot of people that have kids anyway. Right? Straight parents are not always competent. But the man lost me when he took them to a drag show. I don't care what anyone says. There should be no children anywhere near drag shows or drag queens. And you knew what you were buying them, and you recorded your dumb video for your stupid audience, and they laughed about it, but there's nothing funny about it. This dad is irresponsible, and those children shouldn't be anywhere near him. That's my take on it.
Yeah. Do you know what else is when he was buying it, he would have been standing there buying it with them and seen buying that amount. And the person who was selling it would have known that he was buying this for his kids and still would have continued to just sell it. Surely an exchange would have been had to say this is a cock ring, by the way. Surely there would have been a sign somewhere. Surely there would have been things that demonstrate that this is a cock ring and not just a normal bracelet. Surely.
I can only imagine the other items that were near the cock ring as well.
That's what I'm thinking.
You can't put two and two together. You're responsible enough to have all those children, but you can't put two and two together. What do you think they're selling at drag shows?
Yeah.
If I'm saying it's inherently sexual and you're buying cock rings, you're making my point for me in front of children. And then you put it on TikTok. Now, is anyone going to argue with me and say TikTok is not for the degenerates? It's full of degenerates on there.
Hey, we're on TikTok.
Yeah, well, you manage that. I don't touch that shit. Sabi takes care of the TikTok. If you leave a comment on there and you get a reply, it's not me. But if you are taking a child, just letting them know, if you're taking a child to a drag show and you're buying cock rings, my point stands. That why would you be selling a cock ring in a place that wasn't inherently sexual? How often do you see that? And do you think cock rings were the only things they were selling there? Do you think that's the only thing the children saw? You don't think they saw dildos? You don't think they saw other things?
Surely they would have had a display dildo with a cock ring around it.
Yeah, and when you buy something, like if I sell you this, you don't just take it without knowing what it is. You ask, what phone is it? What phone is it? Did you walk into a shop and go, give me that phone?
But imagine the kids were there like, Daddy, I want the blue one, I want the pink one, I want the green one. And the person still sold it knowing this is a cock ring.
Oh, well, they're not going to care. They want their money, or they're probably of the same mindset this jackass is. I'm sorry, like, there's no room for it. I say it when straight parents do it.
There was pictures of the bracelets as well, all of their hands in the middle like that.
And my man put it on video. Now, on TikTok, that content's fine because TikTok, again, is just the home of the degenerates. Now, I'm not saying he's a degenerate because he's gay before you start some bullshit. I'm saying he's a degenerate for taking his children to a drag show.
Yeah, the video concept was a trend that's going around, like...
A trend?
Not that, but it's a trend of... for example, there was one where it was like loads of siblings who kept doing it. There was like, I'm the oldest sibling. Of course I always get in trouble. And then the middle one will be like, I'm the middle sibling, blah, blah. And there was a really funny one because it was like the oldest one was, for example, I'm the oldest sibling. Of course I always get in trouble. And he goes, I'm the middle sibling. And then the camera cuts off. And then he goes, I'm the youngest sibling. Of course I'm the favourite. And then it goes back round again. And every time it gets to the middle one, his part keeps getting cut shorter and shorter because basically no one cares about the middle child.
No one cares about the middle child.
Anyway, I'm just letting you know it's a trend going round. So that's what they were doing. We have a gay dad, of course, blah, blah, blah. But then, yeah, the concept of the drag queen thing and then buying the cock rings is where the video becomes a bit controversial.
Yeah, and then you posting that in the comment section like, oh, and then his stupid video, oh, I didn't know. Yes, you did know. Don't be stupid. If you don't know what you're buying, first of all, and you're buying it for your children, you're a jackass anyway. But I don't believe that. I believe you did know. I don't believe that's the only thing that they were selling. I don't believe that's the worst thing the children saw. I don't even think that's the only thing you bought them, if I'm being 100% honest. And also, if you're taking them to drag shows and buying them cock rings, what else are you exposing them to exactly? If you think that is acceptable, what else are these children seeing that they're not going to fully understand until they are adults? How many times do we hear about people that have gone into adulthood and they're like, yeah, I just didn't know. I didn't realize that X, Y, and Z was showing me this thing. And I'm not gonna say this guy is doing anything, but it does make me wonder. If you think that's acceptable, what else are you exposing these children to? It's not that the man is gay. I need to reiterate this. It's not that he wants to bring men to his bedroom. That's his own personal stuff, but the children should not be exposed to drag queens. It's very simple. And it would be the same, or cock rings, or anything in a drag show. It's a very simple thing to grasp it. It could be a white woman, a straight white woman, a straight black male. It could be anyone. So him being gay and being part of the LGBT community is not the issue here. Just in case anybody is misinterpreting what we're saying. The issue is that if anyone takes their child to a drag show, if anyone uses the line family-friendly drag, conversation's over. You're not sane of mind. We don't need to talk. That is like saying, this isn't white.
You just banged on them.
Sorry. It's like saying Sabi's not going to ban on the cupboard while we're recording. It's going to happen. It's just a fact of life. Right? It's like saying I'm going to watch an anime but not hear Japanese. You're going to hear it. If you're watching a Japanese show, you're going to hear the Japanese language.
Not really if you put it in a English dub.
Unless you go out of your way to change it. But if you generally turn on anime, you're going to hear Japanese. If you turn on Mortal Kombat, you're going to see blood, right? If I turn on MTV, I'm probably going to see a reality show. Right? You're acting like going to these drag shows, you're not going to see some shit that children shouldn't be seeing. You are. Don't lie about it. If you're of that mind, then you haven't been to a drag show or you don't know what a drag queen is. That's it. Or you're just lying. You're talking out of your ass. That's it. That's all I got. God save those children.
I thought he was going to say, God save us all.
And that too. Probably need that at this rate.